Hello Internet, Colorful Arty's back again to bring you another episode of Legend of Zelda Local Seasons Cursed. In the last episode, we beat the second dungeon, Snake's Remains, and in this episode, we're going to reach the third dungeon. And, bit of disclaimer, I actually filmed and recorded this video like a day ago, and long story short, I forgot to actually record the video part of it. I only recorded the audio. And by the time I realized my mistake, I had already reached the third dungeon and saved. So basically I had to replay through this game all the way to this point in order to show off this part of the video. Which is why my rupee counter and heart counter and inventory slot items might be a bit different. As well as the location of gaseous trees. Basically because I have to play this to catch back up to my actual folder. So that kind of taught me a lesson. I need to be making copies of my games so I don't have to be replaying it if something like this goes wrong again. So if you were wondering why my rupee counter was different than it was at the end of the last episode, that's why. But we're not going to let that hamper our progress. So, like the Mako Tree said in the last episode, the next essence is in Spool Swamp, which is up into the northwestern area. But before we go there, we want to enter Bippin and Blossom's house, because the next part of the baby is come. Rome looks a little strange. I want to take him to a doctor, but we have no rupees. Could you please lend us some? Sure. How much can you lend? I'll lend 50 rupees. Thank you. This should be just enough. So how many rupees you give there kind of affects how your baby's going to grow up. Like, if you give 50, I think he kind of becomes kind of like Link himself. If you give 150, he'll get like really shy. I don't know. Also, this is the part of the game where you need to decide which animal partner you want. So in Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, you get an animal partner who will accompany you for the rest of the game, and then you have 3 choices. There's Ricky, who's a boxing kangaroo. There's Moosh, who's a flying bear, and then Dimitri, who is a swimming dodongo. And if you want Ricky, who's the pet I'm going to get, you just progress through the story normally. If you want Moosh, you'll notice that there is a strange flute for sale at the shop. That's Moosh's flute. If you buy it, then you'll get Moosh as your pet. And then if you want Dimitri as your pet or animal companion, you have to go back to Subrosia and do the Subrosion dance again. So each of them have different abilities. Ricky can jump over pits and jump up ledges, as well as just being a great powerhouse. Moosh can fly over lots of pits in a row and can ground pound, but he also hates water. He can't fly over it, he can't go near it. So that's kind of annoying. And then Dimitri's really good at swimming. He can swim through currents like they're nothing. He can swim up waterfalls, and he swims faster than you do, but he's really slow on land. So, depending on what you want, that's gonna affect which animal partner you're gonna want. So, if you're playing this for the first time, I recommend Ricky, just because he's the easiest to get, probably the easiest to use, and he's my favorite pet. And alright, so these little green guys, I have no idea what they're called, but you do not want to hit them with your sword, because if you do, it damages you. And that just took away 2 of my hearts. And now we get our next seed, Scent Seeds. Basically, if you drop one, enemies will wander over towards it. It's not that great, but it does have its uses. Wow, I died already. Did not expect that. Aw, man, and I spawn all the way back here. Yeah, Scent Seeds, they're not that useful. I mainly use them as ammunition for my slingshot, which we get later on in the game. I never actually... Actually, in a cursed playthrough, you do want to use them on land occasionally. And this is a grass Deku Scrub. It disguises as grass and then charges you down. They are very annoying. So now what we're going to do is go into this building, which is a boxing ring. I'm the legendary champ Bueno. You want something? Then earn it in the ring. Will you bet 10 rupees? Okay. Yeah, you'll learn. Listen up. We trade punches till one of us gets knocked out of the ring, and no items. If you break the rules once, the next match is for 20 rupees, and no rings, only fists. Got it? Got it. Alright, so this guy, you do have to do this if you want to progress in the game, and depending on his AI, he'll either be really easy, you kill him in 2 seconds, or he'll be super hard and it's almost impossible to kill him. Let's see how it is. Alright, this is one of the harder ones. Never mind. I killed him easily. My strategy is just kind of mash the A button while moving over towards him. Here, I lost. Your fists are golden, kid. You the new champ. Here, take these. You got Ricky's gloves. So, yep. Also, when you fight Bueno, he unequips your ring, so we have to make sure to re-equip the cursed ring. I have made that mistake on a practice attempt before. But yeah, now that we've got Ricky's gloves, we can actually go to Spool Swamp, which will be nice. Ricky's just up ahead. Nice thing is we actually will be riding all of the animal companions throughout the game, because you do need them for certain parts. It's just the animal companion you get is the one who you will, like, use for most of the game. I am Ricky. Spool Swamp is my backyard. If you go south from here, then around and back, up there it is. I'd go with you, but I can't do a thing without my gloves. A guy named Bueno took them when I lost a match to him. Those are my gloves. You brought them back. Thank you. But if you beat Bueno, you must be tough. What's your name? Arty? Cool name. I'm Ricky. Nice to meet you. Here, Arty. Take this flute. If you need me, just play the flute. I'll try to find you. So now we get Ricky's flute. If we play it, Ricky will come to us unless we're in an area Ricky can't reach. And also, playing Ricky's flute instantly kills Pole's voices, the little rabbit enemies we saw in the last dungeon. If you move toward a hole, I'll jump right over it. I can clear a hole like this easy. Try it. Alright. So Ricky, he's a bit on the slow side, but... Oh, one thing that's really cool. He can punch tornadoes. I mean, seriously. I want to see Ricky reappear in another 2D Zelda game. 3D Zelda would be a bit weird, but... Ow. One minor detour. There is a gaseous seed plot there. We are not going to use it, though. I just thought I'd point it out. And I love the overworld music in this. It's so good. If we use ember seeds on this tree over here... I'm sorry, this tree. A secret passageway, but the guy there actually takes your money instead of gives you money. So you don't want to do that. And if we go in this house... Oh, it's so hot. Even sitting by my prized swimming pool doesn't help. I need something creepy to send chills down my spine. Oh my, that doll. It's so ghastly. It gives me chills. Let me have it. Okay. Smart boy. Here, take this fine iron pot. The doll is now an iron pot. It looks well seasoned. So, I've always wondered, by well seasoned, does it mean like it's been used a lot, or does it mean like it's filled with seasonings? I've never really understood that. But that's the next item in the trading sequence. Oh, stupid fairy. A cliff like that is yeah, whatever he said. Yeah, so he can jump up cliffs, which is something you can actually never do in the game. However, cracked cliffs like this, vines grow on them in the summertime, which we'll see up ahead. So if you don't get Ricky as your main pet, he normally leaves you right here, and you can only, like, ride him to here before he ditches you. Ow. Ooh, these are also useful. You got Pegasus seeds. They'll make you as quick as the legendary steed. Open your seed satchel to use them. So yeah, Pegasus seeds make you fast. You'll be using them quite a bit in the game. And those are rock Deku Scrubs. They are some of the most irritating enemies in the entire game because it's nearly impossible to kill them without taking damage. And they damage a lot. Oh, this guy is just an idiot. You want in the swamp? Well, actually, I lost the key to open the floodgates. Have you tried hitting this very obvious switch right here? Oh look, you dropped the key in like the shallowest vein of water ever. Oh, that's where I left it. That should open the floodgates. You can get the keyhole from that puddle outside. Yeah, that guy's hopeless. So we go down here, underground passageway. That owl, all he does is say like, oh, Pegasus seeds make you fast. Which we're gonna find out. So yeah, that's quite a bit faster than we normally are. Pegasus seeds also have another use, which we'll find out a bit later on in the run. Get rid of that bot. I'm always nervous in rooms that have a lot of rocks, because I'm afraid one of them's going to be a... Oh, I thought I was dead for sure. I am dead for sure. Hooray! I don't know why it didn't spawn me down here. Whatever. Yeah, as I said, Pegasus seeds are going to be used quite a bit in the game. Alright, let's try this room again. Those green bots, like, you can move, while they're appearing, you can, like, actually move right through them and you won't take damage, like so. But if they actually jump into you after they've appeared, they damage you. Alright, so you can actually tell which ones of these are Deku Scrubs based on the ground around them is slightly different. So you'll notice, like, there are slight cracks around that one's. So that means it's a walking Deku Scrub. It's very hard to tell, but there is technically a graphical tell. And these, I'm not really sure what those fins are called. They're easy, though. That Deku Scrub just tries to rip you off by selling you a shield for 50 rupees. And now the floodgates open, and it drains the water out of the area around the dungeon. That's a pretty cool effect, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we're not talking to you. Ooh. We're gonna want Ricky. Okay, what the heck just happened there? Ricky literally just, like, vaporized. Okay. Man, I have died a ton. Alright, let's try this again. And this time, don't stink, Ricky. Oh yeah. I like Ricky just because he's got the most personality out of all of the animal creatures, and the fact that he can just punch tornadoes. It's like, he's a boxing kangaroo. It doesn't get much cooler than that. Another gaseous seed plot? Those guys are so annoying, and we're gonna have to deal with them later on in the game, but not now. Instead, we're going to Subrosia. It's Subrosia. Alright, so you'll notice we're in a different part of Subrosia than we were last time. In fact, if we look at the map, this is kind of where we went the first time. This is where we are the second time. So what we want this ribbon. However, rupees don't work here. We need to get ore, and specifically for the ribbon, we need a star-shaped ore. You can find the star-shaped ore at the beach. As to where it appears, it has like a set amount of locations it can appear, but I don't know them all, so well, that was lucky! But also, I want to get at least, I think, 30 ore chunks. Ugh. Yeah, be careful. You can dig up enemies with the shovel. I want 30 ore chunks because after we buy the ribbon, we can buy the first bomb upgrade. Actually, it's the only bomb upgrade we can get in this game. If you're playing a linked game and you have access to Oracle of Ages and all its extra content, then you can get a second bomb upgrade, but we're not doing that. Oh, hang on. Dang it! I don't have 10 bombs. I can't get the bomb upgrade yet. Huh. And you can't get bombs in Subrosia. Oh well. So basically what we do with the ribbon is, the first Subrosian we saw, Rosa, who led us here, she lost her ribbon. So if we give her a new one, she'll actually accompany us. What a cute ribbon. Is it like for me? Wow, like, thank you. Since you're like so nice, I'll like go on a date with you. Let's look in like that temple. So that little doohickey she has with her, that's like a magical key. It can open any lock and it never disappears. I know what you're thinking. No, you can't actually take her in dungeons. However, we can use it to open some of the locks in Subrosia. One of them is in the Temple of Seasons, which leads us to the next season we can get. Lucky us. It is a bit callous of Link to just agree to go on a date just because he wants to use her key. But, he doesn't seem upset by the fact that he's on a date with whatever the heck Rosa is. Like, I swear Subversions are blobs since they're not human because they're taking lava baths, but like, the official artwork depicts them as like hooded creatures. I don't know. It's weird. They're blobs. They come in different colors. And in this bright and sunny room, we get the season of summer. The Rod of Seasons has been blessed with a summer day. Climb atop a stump to call forth summer. Yes. In summer. So yeah, in summer, some of the water dries out, so you can walk across it without needing to swim, which is kind of helpful. And more importantly, cracked walls have vines growing on top of them in summer. So summer is pretty useful, and it's fairly easy to tell when you need to make it summer, unlike, say, winter, where it's like, oh yeah, if you make it winter, snow appears out of nowhere. I don't know, summer is my favorite season in real life, to be sure. And it might be my favorite season in this. It makes everything look nice. Well, Rosa, it's been fun, but I gotta go back to the main world of Holodrum. You understand, right? Of course you do. See ya! Don't worry, we'll be back. I might go on another date with her. There's one more lock in Subversion you need to open. Actually, no, you don't need to open, but it gives you a gaseous seed. So why not? Alright, Ricky, onward to the third dungeon. So you notice, like, things like 2 pits, Ricky can't go over that, but Moosh can. Depending on who your animal buddy is here, like, you'll meet them in this area. Like, Moosh will be somewhere in the water, Dimitri will be somewhere in the water, and then you can take different paths to the portal to Subversia, depending on who you get as your animal buddy. Alright, Ricky. We're not gonna see you until after the dungeon, so... So first it becomes winter, we use it again, and it becomes summer! The Rod of Seasons changes the season in sequential order, so there's winter, spring, summer, fall. And on that note, we've entered the third dungeon, Poison Moth's Lair, and we're gonna leave the episode off there, so... I'm Colorful Arty, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.